Oh, oh, oh. I gotta let it sit out for a second. All right, y'all. I was really feeling the theme song right there. I was really feeling it. What's happening? What's going on? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever the hell you're tuning into this show. Welcome to another great episode of the Arrington Gavin podcast. I'm your host, Arrington Gavin, your homie, your friend. Man, just chiming in to say what's up. I'm always excited to have this awesome conversation with you every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time via podcast or wherever you get your podcasts or listen to your podcast from. Also, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time via YouTube, our YouTube channel, our Smooth Club Media. Please subscribe, hit the like button, all that great stuff. I truly appreciate it. You can also follow us at our Facebook page, our Smooth Club Podcast, and also at our Smooth Club Media on Twitter. Well, X, formerly known as Twitter. So a lot of great content, man, up there. I truly appreciate just a simple follow, comment, subscribe, like all that great stuff that we have going on. The Arrington Gavin podcast is presented by Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Rugged is the new smooth, and as y'all know, it is the holiday season. They have some awesome things happening and sales and all that great stuff. Hey, treat that fellow bearded brother, the bearded gentleman in your life. Treat them to some great products, all natural products. Again, Rugged Evolution Beard Care. RuggedEvo.com is their website. You can follow them on their socials at Rugged Evo, and yeah, you got some awesome things going on. What else is new? Happy Wednesday, halfway done. Of the week is almost over, halfway. It's been a whew, y'all. It's the holiday season. It's been very busy for your boy, as you know. And on top of that, too, just events galore. But I can't complain. This weekend, I will be honored to accept the Black Men Rock Image Award for Entrepreneur of the Year. So shout out. Very excited, man. Very excited about it. And just still in awe, still very shocked. It's been an awesome year towards the end, as you know. In Your City was nominated for a award, our first ever award for best podcast. The 2023 Blendsville awards for best podcast. We were nominated. We came up short, but I mean we were in company with some amazing podcasts. Wait a Gam Minute podcast, and then we pod. Where else? Off the Wall podcast, just another podcast. So many amazing content creators, man, that we were along. So again, this has been an awesome week, very busy week, but again, we're always grateful. We're grateful just waking up in the morning, right? Grateful just waking up in the morning, knowing you have a roof over your head, knowing you have clothes on your back. Just is again, I can't complain. But is your boy tired? Hell yes, your boy is exhausted. But I always got to make the time to chat it up with you, my friends, the listener, the viewers, because I always enjoy just having this moment just to kick back and just talk with you, catch all up on things. Let's see, what am I going to catch you up on? Okay, so tonight is the final Republican debate. Okay, Republican presidential debate. Let me correct myself. Republican presidential debate. It is some awesome stuff happening. And hold up. There we go. Had to fix my laptop real quick. Have some awesome things happening with what was I? I'm talking about the presidential debate. It is the final Republican presidential debate for the year of 2023, and it's gonna be a big one. It's hosted by Newsnation. It's a new up and coming. It's the so-called fastest growing news cable channel. They promote unbiased news, so they don't really have an agenda. If it's if they lean conservative, if they lean more right, if they lean more left, they're unbiased. They're in the middle, and yeah, this is a big deal for them. It's going to be held at the University of Alabama and moderated by, I believe, Megyn Kelly of Sirius XM, Elizabeth Vargas as well, and I believe there's another lady who is I know she's a part of the Free Beacon. I'm not losing track of thought of her name, but this is the final presidential debate. Recently, former North Dakota governor, I think Doug Burgum. That's right, Doug Burgum. He had dropped out of the presidential race, which I mean, it was no shocker. Nobody really knew who he was, even during the debates. I mean, it never helped his numbers by any chance. So he dropped out. The only people left as of right now is Governor Ron DeSantis. Who else? Nikki Haley, former UN ambassador and former governor of South Carolina. Chris Christie, former governor of New Jersey. Who else? Chris Christie, Vivek Ramaswamy, entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy. And I believe that is it. Did I say four? Yeah, those are the four. It's only four. Of course, former President Donald Trump will not be attending this debate, which again, you can't blame the guy when his poll numbers are through the roof and he's winning. So you really can't beat the fact that, okay, why do I need to compete? Why do I need to prove myself? The number says it all, right? Why do I need to prove myself? I'm already on top. It's a very, very, very close chance that I'm going to be the Republican nominee for president. So why do I need to waste my time with the traveling and wasting my time on the debate stage? Now here's a kicker. He's playing it. The whole team right now, they're playing it smart, because what we have witnessed, and I've watched all the most recent Republican presidential debates. I think the only one I think I'm watched the first two. I missed out on the last one, but these debates can make you or break you. And what I mean by that is, for perfect example, Governor of Florida Ron DeSantis. Now, he was a high contender candidate that a lot of people said, okay, if there's any new face in the Republican Party that could have a chance of becoming the next president, it's him. Why? Because during the pandemic, he took charge. He wasn't really listening to what the physicians and stuff. He was in control of his state, and he did it his way. A lot of people had moved from other states to move to Florida. A lot of people from California moved to Florida because they're like, hey, look, they don't have any rules going on there. We're gonna move right over there. A lot of people moved to Texas. It was either Texas or Florida, and they relocated. They relocated their businesses. Companies that moved over there. They're like, hey, it's more freer. The weather's good. I'm doing it here. There's no mask mandates and all that junk. I'm gonna move to Florida, and it worked for him because his numbers wasn't at record high. I mean, he played his cards right, and it succeeded for him. It helped him, and so because of that, and a lot of people were comparing him to President Donald Trump at the time. And saying, hey, he's the next in line. He's gonna be another one of Trump's I guess mentees in a sense. So he had a lot of voters anticipating, like, oh yeah, we're gonna pull off, at least on the Republican Party. A lot of people were fans of DeSantis. Now, ever since those debates started, it broke him. Numbers had went down. He was doing an awful, in my opinion, he was not succeeding in debates. He was very he was very weird. For one, it was some weird moments where he does these like these random pauses, like say something and then he would smile, like it was just very weird. It was very commercial like. And then on top of that too, he wasn't winning, going head to head with individuals that was calling him out. And so that broke them. Now, the ones that use those debates as an advantage and it helped their campaign so far was, in my mind, Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley was the very first individual that I saw that first took that leap of faith and said, I'm running for president of the United States. She was the first Republican candidate and just the first presidential candidate in, as a whole. She's the only female running as a Republican on the running as a president of the Republican Party. She's the only female. She was on that stage as the only female. She started first, but she was starting like at extremely low numbers. Extremely low numbers. And so once the debate occurred, she went ham. And I'm not a Republican, y'all, but I will give her credit the fact that for a person that knew that she was very, very low at the totem pole, but she worked hard. She started her campaign like very, very early. And she's not afraid to call out people within her own party. She started with the granddaddy of them all, Donald Trump. She called him out. She called out Senator Tim Scott. She's called out every individual on that debate stage, and she's not scared. They try to go back and forth with her. They ain't winning. So she has been, in my mind, succeeding on the debate stage, so it's helped her numbers. I believe she's maybe at third or fourth place. Now, Chris Christie, former governor of New Jersey, he's at like 4%. He's very low. I don't know why he's still in it, but he's still making it. He's still making that debate stage. A lot of people couldn't even qualify for the debate stage, but Chris Christie did. So he's obviously doing something that's working and that's catching a lot of people's attention. I know that he is not the biggest fan of Trump, so I would love to see him and Trump hit that debate stage, but it's not going to happen for Chris. Chris Christie is just up there, just is helping his brand. I mean, he was already a political commentator for like ABC News. He has been seen on other news outlets. I don't see him ever. It's a long shot now. Nor is he a person who I think wants to have a cabinet position in Trump's administration. So it's interesting. It's like, why still try? But hey, he's proven like why give up so easily. Like, I know I got this. And he's been doing it for a long time. He's great at the debate stage. So it could make him or break him. Vivek Ramaswamy, he is very arrogant. He's a 38-year-old billionaire. He is, in my mind, a Trump-like candidate. He has tendencies that are similar to Trump as far as the arrogancy, the so-called, hey, I'm a millionaire, my money does all the talking, this and that and the other. He has no political experience at all. But yet, hey, a lot of people like him. He's not the typical politician. Just like what had helped Donald Trump at the time. He was not the typical politician. So it will be interesting to check this out to see how this goes. I hope that you all tune into this debate because, again, it is the final Republican presidential debate. Regardless of political party, I would say I would suggest that regardless of political party, it's important that you tune into all the candidates running for office because either of them could possibly become the next president. Do your research. Check out their, look them up. Look at their websites. Read up on their issues. Go in depth on those issues because sometimes candidates, which I've noticed, they can not give you a full answer of like why you're running. Like they will say, I'm running and my issues are the economy, healthcare, parental rights. Boom. Okay, that's not going to help me. You're just giving me headers. But what are you gonna do? What are you good? What have you done for me lately? What are you gonna be doing? How are you gonna get to that level? How is that gonna help my way of look? What is going to occur under your administration? So again, it's extremely important that you all do your research. Hold on, I'm just pulling up my phone so I can make sure I have all the moderators names if I can pull it up. Yeah, because the worst thing you could do is not be informed on not be informed on exactly what you're tuning into, especially when it comes to voting. Because let's be honest, as an African American, it was a time where we couldn't vote. We did not have any capability of voting, and for how hard it took to get that, when it was so hard to earn that privilege, right? To vote, to cast your vote, saying you are somebody, you have a saying, being a citizen in this country. It is up to you that you have got to cast your vote. I'm talking to every individual. I'm talking to young black men out there. If you are of age of voting, then vote. You have to. It's important. Okay. Don't whine about certain things, prices and all, and you're not even a registered voter, because it's BS. I don't want to hear it. But it is important, and I will be tuning in to this debate. It's going to be a 2 hour debate starting at 8 p.m. tonight. And again, this is just a small, like, pregame kind of countdown, just counting down to the final presidential debate, because it is important. Issues that a lot of Americans and voters are wanting to hear more from the candidates, and what they want to see change. Of course, you're always going to say, we're going to say economy. That's a common thing that's just never really going to be solved, in my opinion, right? It can be managed, it can be tolerated, but it's like it's always one of the number one issues that a lot of voters will bring up, is the economy. Cost of living is extremely expensive. Cost of everything, right? Student loan are sky high. Tuition is just got everything is expensive. Everything is freaking expensive. Um, Parental rights is a thing going on right now, and I mean, there's been organizations that are fighting for parents to basically to have that control over their, and I don't mean to say use the word control, but there's parents out there that feel as though like the school systems keep stuff away from them. And it's like a relationship between the school system, the student, and then leave out the parents. And a lot of parents are pissed. So that's why parental rights is a category that is on the voting registration. Um, what else? What else? What else? Women's reproductive rights. I mean, come on. The whole abortion bans. I mean, that is at stake right now, which still blows my mind, because I'm like, I'm a pro-choice guy. So that right there is extremely important. Um, and then of course the border. They want stronger borders, which I believe all sides want stronger borders. All right, that's one thing I can agree with Democrats and Republicans, that you want strong borders. Of course, crime, gun safety. It's so many things to discuss, so many things to bring up, and I'm not really going to go to too much into details with that, but I just wanted to put that in your ear, guys, that this is the final Republican presidential debate until 2024. We'll see what occurs then. As I've told you earlier during the show, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, current Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, and tech entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy will take the stage at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will be aired on Newsnation, a very the fastest growing news cable network. Promotes unbiased news. I watch a lot of Newsnation. I'm a fan of Newsnation. I watch all news platforms, but I would say I've been watching a little bit more Newsnation than other outlets. They're going to be having a slew of shows. They're going to have a pre-show, I believe, before that debate at 8. They're going to have a post one as well. Last Monday, I already spoke. I mean, not last Monday, but I already spoke about for the North Dakota governor Doug Burgum. He had suspended his campaign again. No shocker at all. And of course, former President Donald Trump will not be attending this debate because he is leading, and he's like, "F that debate. I'm not going to Alabama to do my. No, I'm not doing no debates. I'm good. I'm good." That's what he said. I'm good. I'm skipping this one too. I'm tired. I'm trying to find. It is killing me, y'all, because two out of the three moderators I've spoken on their names, but I cannot find. And let me actually try and find this. Hold that thought, guys. Hold that thought. Let's see here. I am looking for the names of the. I tell you. Still can't. Well, like I said, there is a reporter from the Free Beacon who will be the third moderator alongside Megyn Kelly, who is the host of the Megyn Kelly show on Sirius XM Triumph. She is the former Fox News, long-term Fox News anchor and host, and also former NBC correspondent and host as well. She has since has huge success with pretty much going independent with her platform, started a media company, all that great stuff. She has moderated debates before, as you can recall, one of the first few presidential debates for the Republican Party. Her and Trump weren't the best of friends, so that was very memorable. And then Elizabeth Vargas. Elizabeth Vargas was a long time journalist, reporter, anchor from ABC News. She has since then signed on with Newsnation, has a show a weekday, I guess a weeknight show on Newsnation. And again, this is great news for Newsnation, because Newsnation competing with other news outlets is difficult for Newsnation, because you look at Fox being probably it is the number one news network that's out based on their ratings. They always beat out MSNBC and CNN. Next to Fox News is MSNBC. Then after MSNBC, you have CNN, if I believe, and then get a little lower, then it's News Nation. So News Nation is still very growing. They have a lot of great journalists and hosts on there, and contributors and experts. They had signed I believe Dan Abrams, Ashley Banfield, Chris Cuomo is up there. There's a lot of a lot of veterans that is on that station, that is on that network. So, and again, check it out, guys. Check it out. Regardless of your age, look, you have got to tune into these debates. As much as they could probably get on your nerves, and if you are on the opposing side of their beliefs, you're gonna be probably disliking everything they're saying, but it's still, you need to be tuned in and informed. So moving on, guys. Moving on to the next story. Okay. this was a story that really I wasn't like very what's the word I'm looking for? It was a story that I could care less about because it dealt with like basically a celebrity couple. And I was like, I could care less about this. It's just like why is this an important topic? And what it was that was that um over about a year ago, about a year some change ago, uh TJ Holmes and Amy Robach. They were part of the Good Morning America family. They were both co-hosts of GMA 3, which is like the third hour of Good Morning America. And what was interesting, so they hosted it together. It was just the two of them. And a rumor had it that they had a secret affair going on behind the scenes. And at the time you're like, no, this can't be true. Not Amy and TJ. They're good people. They're having a great time. Blase, blase, blase. And it's you start hearing all the rumors, then you start seeing some truth happening because you saw like they were absent. So one reporter will be absent and then the other one will be absent. It's like, where are they? What's going on? Where'd they go? It was rumors that each of them were having marital problems going on. Some of them were separated, some of them were filing divorce, this and that and the other. And it was starting to look like, wait a minute, is this really true? Then you see photos surface of them getting affectionate in areas that they were actually on the job for. Like they used to, travel outside of outside the studios, outside of state, and they would be caught off the clock, but still they're there and they're getting affectionate and whatnot. So long story short, they were co-hosts on a TV show, very popular, Good Morning America, making great money, successful, everybody loved them, had an affair. But at the time they were both married individuals. Now, since then, I think one divorce just got finalized or separated. I don't even know if they're both divorces are even like really really finalized yet, but I think it's in the works, but they are separated. They're not with their spouses anymore. And that was about a year ago. I think November of 2022 is when they were fired from that, because that was a rule, like, hey, no relationships going on between coworkers and not in the workplace. And at the time it was a little more heat going to TJ because they started to say like there was another a female involved with that TJ was involved with or something. Like he was like the man that you be banging girls in the office and this and that and the other and in the coat closets and whatnot. And it was at the time you were like, oh come on, don't bring a black man down that and not criticize the other lady as well. Because Amy Rombach is white. And that's what goes on in the black community, right? We always like, oh, you slipped up, you had an affair with this girl, but you gonna take most of the heat. That's what conversations occur in the in the family conversations in the household. So since then they were out of work. They had a good buyout contract, so they were good, but they were out of the limelight for about a year, for a long time, y'all. But every time you caught them, they were on vacation. They were just living their best life, happy couple, loving on each other, whatnot. And recently they had announced, I believe like in early November, that they were going to launch a podcast. And everybody was always excited because they're like, hey, you haven't heard from these people in about a year. In the limelight, you haven't heard from them in a year. And it was very interesting. Very interesting. And again, Arrington don't like, and yes, I spoke in third person. Don't hate on me. But I don't like tuning into all this like gossip with celebrity couples and that. I could care less about that. It's more important news in the world. But I just thought this was kind of something cool because I give you what the hell I want to feel like sharing with y'all. I hope that y'all find it cool and interesting. But these two individuals left their spouses for a long, after years and years of marriage, and now they found happiness amongst each other. Start on the show, they found happiness. Since then, they've been together ever since, and then now they're going into business together. They started a podcast, signed with iHeart Media, and the host of now host this podcast called I think Amy and TJ podcast, and yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. So they had launched, they had debuted it I think last Tuesday on the 5th. Yes, yesterday. They debuted their podcast, and it's juicy. I recommend to listen to it. I just saw clips of it. I haven't listened to a full show, but I will be after this program. But it is I'm just curious. I personally thought that it would be easy for them to find a job after GMA. I mean, well, not easy. I'll take that back because technically they got fired for breaking a rule. So of course other networks is like, well, uh, uh but yeah, it will be interesting. It will be interesting to see. I'm like, I have my dog with me, y'all, and he is in the back making so much noise. I'm like, what do you want now? He just wants some attention. He's like, all right, are you finished yet with your show? I'm almost finished, Carter. I'm almost finished. But I recommend to check it out. I recommend to check it out. Oh, now I'm gonna tell you. Oh, look at that picture. Look at that. That's a good looking couple right there. I ain't gonna lie. That's a good looking couple. They're like in their late 40s, early 50s, in shape. See, I'm trying to get to that level. They drink water. They drink a lot of water. Man, I got my water right here. Hold on. Just a few more of these, and I'm gonna start looking like TJ Holmes. No, all right. I tried. But I'm gonna tell you a funny rumor that's going around involving this couple. So, and this is just a rumor. I don't know how true it is, but if it's true, I will talk more about this probably on in this show or my radio show. Um, their exes are now dating each other. Their exes are dating each other. So I don't know if that's like just out of anger and frustration, if that's like is that make the sex better? You're like, the tensions in the air. I'm gonna date him and see like now I'm gonna make you jealous or something like that, right? You happy? I'm gonna be dating your current girlfriend's ex-husband. And it's weird. It's weird. It makes you want to think, all right, is this all like a stunt now? If this is true, is this one big stunt just to get more money, to get more attention on them and things like that? Because look, people do that for the love of money. People do some crazy stuff for the love of money and attention. Remember, this is America. This is a crazy world we live in. They will do whatever they can for some attention and money. But again, congrats on the podcast. I know a lot of people have mixed feelings with them because they're saying, okay, we're embracing this couple that betrayed their spouses, and now we should just be happy that they're loving on each other and this and that and the other. Now here's the thing, what I say to that: people, you don't know what was going on in their marriages. Their marriages was probably in shambles, and it was dead and it was just full out dead and gone, right? It was never a fix to begin with. There was never going to be any reconciliation. So let these people be adults. They adults. They got kids. They, like I said, they grown. They are early 50s, late 40s. They are grown people. But I will say, I'm going to tune into this podcast, and I do hope that they get signed from another media or another news network, because they have been doing this for a long time. I remember TJ Holmes, man, was on BET BET News. I think he had a show on there for a while. Then he was on I saw him on Good Morning America doing great things. Amy Rombach, excuse me. Robach, Womback. Good gracious. I'm sorry, Amy. I'm sorry. Just a hard last name to pronounce, but I gotta Robach. Amy Robach. She was great at her craft as well. So again, we'll tune in to more of this juicy story, and I'll tune into their podcast. Like I mentioned before, y'all, early during the show, the final Republican debate. I don't know how many times I got to say the final Republican debate is happening tonight, 8 p.m. Newsnation. Check your whatever outlets, cables you have. You can check your local listing, see what channel Newsnation is on for you. I believe it's also going to be played on Sirius XM Triumph and on the CW network. So there's multiple ways you can tune into this debate, and again, hear from these 4 candidates that still think they have a chance to be the next president and even beat Donald Trump. So we will see. We will see. I'm gonna have some of my friends in politics. I might have my buddy Conrad Shesventer on to get his thoughts on it. But until next time, y'all stay blessed. Be easy out there. It is the holiday season, so if you haven't started your holiday shopping, please do. If you haven't started your holiday Christmas decorations, please do. Wait, I haven't started my decorations. So I'm saying that for me and for you to start your Christmas decorations. And just get in the holiday spirit, man. I know a lot of people are down with just life issues and jobs, prices, health, all that stuff. But just please, hey, keep yourself uplifted, keep yourself motivated to continue to fight the good fight. And again, it's the holiday seasons. Get in the spirit, y'all, and I will see y'all on Friday. Again, you have tuned into another great episode of the Arrington Gavin podcast. So excited that you continue to support and tune into this program. I truly appreciate it. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time via podcast. So wherever you listen to your podcast, you can tune in to the Arrington Gavin podcast. All you got to do is just type in R Smooth Club Media, and you will get all that great information. Also, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time via YouTube. Our YouTube channel is R Smooth Club Media. Okay, R, the letter R, and then the word smooth, and then the word club, and then the word media. Subscribe, hit the like, comment, all that great stuff. Follow us on social media at R Smooth Club Media. Follow me at my socials at Arrington Gavin. And tune in every Sundays to my weekly radio show I host along with my good friends, comedian Ciroc Fox and Hustle Queen, Miss Michelle Young, in your city on WNSB Hot 91.1 FM, the soul of EA. You can tune in multiple ways. If you can't find us on your radio dial, you can go online at WNSB.org or download the app. It's free, WNSB app. Until next time, y'all be easy. See you on Friday.